I would like to know your opinion about the last election in the official website with the fans. Is for you, Carlos, the best rally driver of the history?
I don't follow so much these things. I know that Carlos won, and I was second, I think, no? So Carlos is a name of the rally, and for sure is an incredible driver. And I think what he did now also to prove that 56 years old is still able to win made him help him to have this result. But for sure, for me, Carlos was always a model, and I think he's a nice guy, very motivated, doing his job as well as possible. So if the people decide that he's the best, he's the best.
Do you give to this votation identity, or do you say, but everybody can vote how many times, or don't care for you?
I don't care, really. It's not my subject. For me, I don't look so much what happens around in the media and all that. So I don't know if some people can vote more times, but okay. It's not something important for me, this result. You know?
They say a lot of time that you have a rivalry with Sebastian Ogier. How is your relationship today with him? Because you have that problem when we are both in Citroën, and then we see that you have a good relationship. How do you feel with him?
We always had a good relationship. For sure, we had some tension when we were both in the Citroën car because it was the rivalry and the team orders that I didn't like. But that's it. It was not against him. I never had really something against him. It's a sport rivalry, but I never said anything bad about him, or he didn't say anything bad about me, I think. So we always were still friends, and when we meet, we are friends. Like with the other drivers, it's nothing different.
Are you following his results to try that don't beat your records, or it's the same for you?
For sure, I know his results, and he's already 6-time champion, so he deserves it. I think he was really strong all these years. If I can keep my record, I prefer. But if at the end he's beating my record, it's like that. For sure, he will not do 9 in a row because he lost one. So this one I will keep at the moment.
Sebastian, which is your opinion about the WTCC experience?
It was a good experience to discover another way of working, because in rally it's much more the feeling, the natural that makes it. In WTCC it's much more the analyze of the data to optimize every corner, every braking point, the braking balance, the downforce of the car, and to find the best compromise. It's a lot of work. I say it was interesting because I discovered how we work in these things, but at the end it was much more meeting that driving. So that was not what I preferred. I enjoyed it, but my level was, I think, quite good for my experience. I was unlucky to have Pechito in front of me because he was unbeatable, and because I think I could be able to fight for the title, but with Pechito he was too strong on this.
What can you say me about Pechito? Because Pechito driver, Pechito persons, because Pechito is your friend.
I can say that for sure we were a friend, and the relationship with him was really good. Then he was a professional driver on the track. He will always give his best to be in the front, and he made some very impressive things because I was sitting in the same car as him, and sometimes you see him coming from behind, and I was struggling to overtake a car, and he was flying between the cars sometimes. So I was very impressed of what he was able to do with the Citroën.
Which is the best rally of the season for you?
You want me to say Argentina?
Of course.
Of course. Do you have fans in Argentina?
Yeah,
a lot of fans. A lot of fans.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yes.
For sure, Argentina is one of the favorite one for sure, because it's the atmosphere that we have there is just amazing with the fans and the people in the stages. This is something we see nowhere else. And even the driving in Argentina is very nice, because you have some very twisty stages, narrow, then you have some very wide and fast stages with a lot of jumps that we don't have in the other rallies, because it's always because of a stone in the road and the car is jumping like this, like that, and you are in some position and you need to control this third dimension that is not very often in the rally. So I always enjoyed a lot to drive there, and I have a lot of victories and good memories, and even the party after the rally is nice. So it's for sure one of the favorite ones.
What is your best moment that you remember in the World Rally Championship? You have a lot, I think, but your best moment, the moment that gives you more.
The best one for me, I think, is when I won the Rallye de France in 2010, and that was the first time that the rally went in Alsace, and the finish was in my hometown, and I had all my friends, my family there, and in the same time I won the rally, and it made that we won the manufacturer championship and the driver championship. So I won all that at home in my hometown, and that was just amazing.
Are you missing to drive? Because the last rally that you made was in Monte Carlo in January.
Yeah, and it was the last time I went in to drive a rally car or anything else. So for sure, it's a long time ago. So yes, I'm missing driving a little bit. I was used to drive all the time in the air, and now without driving for maybe nearly 6 months, it's quite a long time.
You say the car is very good. What do you think about the car and the team?
For me, it was a very professional team. Like I knew in the past with Citroën when I went to Hyundai, it was really as professional, even more in some areas. So the feeling with the car is really good. The car is very reactive. Also, it's a bit difficult for me to compare because I didn't drive a lot this new generation of cars, but for me, it's the best car I never drove in rally. You have nearly no understeer, no oversteer. It's very balanced. The engine is very powerful. With the downforce, it's very fast. The evolution of the suspension during the year is amazing. So all that, put it in one car, is just always a pleasure to drive. I felt very well with the car on gravel. Still struggling a bit on tarmac. It's a bit strange because I was always fast on tarmac, and it's difficult for me to know why. Because the feeling with the car is quite good. I don't have a lot of complaint about the car, but still struggling to be on the top and to be consistent like the other.
Do you think that you can win again in the World Rally Championship? Because you are not making all the races, you have lack experience in some races, you are not testing as your rivals. How do you feel in your future?
Yeah, it's not easy to drive in my situation because, like you said, I missed some experience during 5 or 6 years that I didn't drive in the championship. Then I arrive again, doing only a few races with limited testing. So it's a situation where it's difficult for me to be able to fight on the top. I think my position is to be between 4 or 5 around that. But the 3 drivers who are fighting for the championship is Tanak, Neville, and Ogier. It's difficult to really to fight with them, and even if I'm able to do it sometime, but during all the rally, all the stages, it's very complicated.
How many years do you see you in the WRC?
Not many years, for sure. I don't know next year or not. It's not fully decided at the moment, but I think it's something that is not a discipline for people that are 50 years old. I feel it already now that it's complicated, so I will not do I think not more than 1 year maximum.
Will you go to the next Dakar in Arabia?
Maybe. It's the plan. I'm working on it. I have a few discussions with different teams, and so at the moment nothing is decided. I'm interested to go back. I don't know if we will finalize for this year or not, but can be something interesting.
Is it possible to do it with Toyota?
Everything is possible, but it's not decided at the moment.
Do you think that you are be able to win a Rally Dakar?
I know that I have the potential to do it. Last time I did it, I was the fastest nearly in every stages where I didn't have any problem. So, but we had some problems. We had some mechanical problem. We were lost 1 or 2 times. That's a part of the game. But at the end, you need to be the one who has the less problems, and that's something which is difficult to control. So I know that we have the potential to do it. So if we go back, I will try to prepare as well as possible to be ready. If we go there, the goal will be to win.
Dalian Elena will be your co-driver?
If he wants to go and is motivated to do it seriously, there's no reason that I change.
We heard you that some months ago that you say that Carlos, for example, is winning the Dakar with 58 years old. This is a possibility to develop your career for a lot of years to try to be competitive.
You know, I never really planned on long term. If I go in Dakar or like here when I went to WRC or when I went to WTCC, the plan is for 1, 2, 3 years. Then I always did like I feel and like I want, and but we see that it's possible with Carlos, with Peter Hansel. We see that people that are more than 50 years old are still able to fight for the win. So it's nice to see that, and maybe to continue my career. But at the moment, I don't know if I want to do it or not. If I go to Dakar, I think I will go for maybe 2 years, and then I decide for the future.